Nell, I am not a salesperson. It's one of these things that a lot of business owners say to me quite regularly when I start having conversations around sales. My name is Nell, I'm an action coach, business coach, and I help my clients get more sales without being salesy. Let me share 5 top tips in how to do this when you are not a salesy person. Now, first of all, really simple. Map out your sales process. And when I say map out, don't just go into a sales meeting, a conversation, have an actual process written out. So you, as the person who is going to lead your prospective client through this journey, at least knows at any given stage what your next step is. That requires a little bit of sitting down, a little bit of mapping out, understanding what your process looks like, but it will give you lots of clarity. It will help you understand where everything is. And if nothing else, it will calm things down a little because you have that clarity of the next step. So that's the first point. Make sure that you've mapped out your journey. Second one is make sure you have a bunch of questions ready to ask. So work out a questionnaire or a little bit of a script that will help you guide the meeting. Are you going to use it all the time, word for word, sitting in front of the prospect with this paper in front of you? Of course you're not. But it will help you make sure that A, the meeting stays on track, that you have asked all the questions that you need to ask, and also it stops you potentially from just waffling and not going through what needs to go through. Especially if you feel that sales is something you're not very confident about right now, then having that questionnaire there, having those questions there will help you just keep nice and flow going, gives that bit of confidence without actually just flouncing around. So have your questions ready is top tip 2. Top tip 3 is all around follow-up. Now, a lot of people, when you've kind of sat through the sales meeting, then don't want to be seen to be pushy or to be pestering by following up. Now, follow-ups are really important and they're often the biggest money generator because so many people forget to follow up or are scared to follow up. So follow up. Now, one of the things that you can do to make this easy, especially if you're not feeling confident around sales, is pre-position that you are going to follow up. So tell your prospect, especially if you've not done a deal on the day, as it were, tell them that you're going to let them think about it and that you're going to follow up with them in a few days or set a next meeting, whatever that feels most comfortable for you. Whatever you do, don't do the follow-up over email. Make sure that you speak to them over the phone, over Zoom, face-to-face. Don't do it over an email. But make sure that they're aware that you are going to follow up. That takes away the sales and the salesy, pushy vibe from it and means that you are already a step ahead to most of your competitors who might be confident in sales but will more than likely forget this step or will do it over email. So that's point number 3. Point number 4, very simple. It is always about the relationships first. The sale kind of comes second. If you make it about the sale, you will potentially come across as someone who is desperate for the sale, and then it's about you, not about them. Build that relationship. If that means that someone needs to go through 2 or 3 meetings before they are ready to say yes, give them 2 or 3 meetings. Yes, that might not put food on your table right now for you, and especially when you're starting up or things are not great right now, and especially if you're not confident around sales, just keep that in mind. If you make it about you, they won't sign. It's about them. So build that relationship, make that part of your process, make that part of your questionnaire, build that relationship first and make it multiple steps if that's what it takes. And last but not least, please remember, top tip number 5, sales is all about the numbers. So when someone says no and you don't know your numbers, we can take that rejection very personally. And it doesn't need to be. Because if you know that out of 10 meetings you are going to sit, 8 people are going to sign or 6 people are going to sign, that one person that says no, that's okay because it's a numbers game. Now, if you are new and you don't have these, start collecting these kind of numbers. Start understanding what your numbers look like, because then it becomes so much easier to do sales. That whole process, really, really simple. If you know I'm sitting with 10 people and out of 10, 2, 4, 6 sign, it doesn't matter, because then you know when the next one is coming because you have the others in the diary. So those are my 5 top tips for people that are non-salesy but that need to do some sales.